Hello everyone, thank you for subscribing to my newsletter, to my blog, and also to my YouTube channel. So greetings today from Sydney, Australia. I've never been to Australia before, and perhaps I just might have saved the best for last. You probably can't see, but behind me is the Sydney Opera House, and I'm looking forward to seeing the fireworks show from here in just a few days' time. So the subject of today's video is goals and the importance of goals, because we're in December, and before we know it, our new year, at least, I know that other people celebrate different new years, but the one that I celebrate is just around the corner. Now, those of you who've followed my work over the years will know that I think setting appropriate goals, note the word appropriate, because so many goals are not as helpful as they might be. But I'm going to do something completely different this year, because guess what? I'm not really setting any goals for myself. Now, let me say, I don't recommend that to you, and I'll explain why in just a few moments. But before I do so, a very quick reflection on 2016 for me and what's taken me to this decision. Well, it's been a busy year. I knew it would be. I'm glad to say that the goals that I did set this time last year, I've hit all of them. And they were, very briefly, to get 2 books published, and they're out there right now. The first one is called Get Lucky Now, and it's about how I believe that everybody can attract at least a little bit more luck into our lives. And the second book is about professional poker, the world of poker, and it's called Poker Genius, and it is my views on the mind secrets of the champion poker players. And one of them is my client, Chris Moorman, who has had a pretty good year himself. He has won over $500,000 in live events, and I believe more than that in online poker. Indeed, he is has currently earned more money in online poker than any other player in the history of the game, something over $13 million so far. So his year's been pretty good, and he also has landed a lucrative sponsorship deal. So the work that we've done together has definitely worked for Chris. Well, of course, we don't know that for sure. I mean, he's played the cards, and he may have had just as good year without my help. But anyway, we like to think that the work we do is directly translated in his results at the poker table. What else have I been doing? My aim last year was this year was to get in front of as many people as possible, so that I could have the opportunity of bouncing my ideas off them, listening to what they see, and polishing presenter skills, because the more you do these things, as we all know, the better you get at it, and we never stop learning. I've also presented 13 radio shows with Mari, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and I've been interviewed on many other radio channels and recorded podcasts too. And on that subject, I do suggest that you check out Zestology on iTunes. It's only been around for 2 years. It's presented by my great friend Tony Wrighton, and has become one of the most popular channels in the world. And the reason is that Tony's a great presenter, and he gets some absolutely world-class guests on his show. So check it out, and good news for all of us, the podcasts are free. So that's plenty for you to listen to next year. So why am I not setting any goals? Well, the reason is that one of my mantras that you might be familiar with is focus on process, and the results will take care of themselves. And I'm going to just do that. I have processes that have worked, fortunately, most of the time through my career, and especially over the last few years since my interest in mind coaching has expanded. So I have plenty to do in 2017 without any major new projects. And one thing that I do learn is that many of the things that happen are outside our control, and it doesn't matter how good our plans are. Some of them will always have to change because of external events. Now, that doesn't mean to say that I recommend that you follow my approach, because I don't. And I talk a lot about goals, especially in my book, Get Lucky Now. It's chapter 1 indeed. That's how important that I think it is. So that's well worth reading, and I've certainly written more about this in my blogs and my videos which are available. So I'm going to be the leaf in the river that just drifts down with the current. I'm not going to fight the current. I'm going to go wherever that current takes me to. I'm still going to do my normal stuff, of course, but I'm also going to be aware that new opportunities may also present, and I want to be sure that when they do, my eyes are wide open and I can spot them and go with those particular currents as well. This time next year, I'll tell you whether my experiment was a success or a failure. If it is successful, and I believe that it will be, then I'm sure that I'll have a lot more to say about this through the year. So I think that's enough for the moment. If you're celebrating the New Year and the Christmas festivities, then I wish you a wonderful time. And if you're not, I also wish you a wonderful time, because there are many roads that lead to Rome, as somebody has said many years ago. So until the next time, stay well, stay healthy, and spot those opportunities that just might surprise you. Goodbye.